Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's been a while, it's been hectic, but I'm so glad and delighted to be here. What about you? How are you doing? I hope you're striving against all the odds as usual. Keep pushing hard. The year is almost to an end, and we have the new year around the corner. And by the grace of God, we're going to have enough motivation and new dimensions and levels of courage to face the new year. Today, I'm going to talk about something very common, something I love talking about: emotions, feelings, a balanced mindset, ability to be in charge, to be in control, to ensure that what happens around your environment does not make you unstable in the inside. I'll begin with a basic definition of the word emotion. A conscious mental reaction such as anger or fear, subjectively experienced as a strong feeling, usually directed towards a specific object. Yes, it's a very conscious reaction. We cannot deny that. But think about this. When we were small, there are a lot of things we were told, like you look like your mom, you do things like your dad. Yes, I for one, I have been told a lot of times you handle these things like your mom used to do. Your mom was so quiet, and you have been so quiet. Yes, I'm like my mom. She's quiet, so I'm quiet. And there are many ways that she does things that I do. I learned that from her, right? So some of them might be inherited, and some of them we were being trained of managing the situations that because we grew up in that environment. And then when we come out into the world, we start facing different situations. It might be not the same we have been through before, it might be similar, but we have now different contexts, we have different interactions, so we might not be able to get those situations in the same levels like they were before. And then we start looking for a means now to handle them in a much more better way. But there is this feeling that might flare up sometimes. You ask yourself, but why am I reacting to things this way? Why am I like this, but the other person is not like this? Well, we are all unique, we are all different. But you are a complete package. I should remind you about that. There are a lot of things that we may have inherited from the past that we are not supposed to be that way or react that way. And through self examination, to self reflection, we can begin to identify those things that are not okay, or those attitudes or those behaviors that maybe unintentionally or ignorantly we just go with the flow. We can do that and start subtracting them slowly, step by step. We modify them. We try to handle things in a much more better way. So do not ask yourself a lot of questions. Why am I like this? Why is it that when situations happen like this, I always feel this way? Even when someone says something which is not meant, you already think about something out of the box. It might be because of what you have been through. It might be because of the different experiences that have occurred repeatedly. But that alone makes us to think out of the box when people react or when people say something, even if they mean something else. So, this is just for us to keep reflecting and examining ourselves. There are a lot of things that we can subtract, we can delete, and it's going to give us a clearer picture of truly who we are and what kind of life we are living and what kind of future we are expected to live in the near future. And by the grace of God, we are able to actually discover truly who we are, not what people say, but what who we are, and we are able to stand out and say, this is me, and this is how I do things, and this is how I can do it, and this is how I would do it. By the grace of God, you will do it. Remember, like I always say, no one can stop you but yourself. Whatever you do, keep praying. Whatever that has been inherited that is not of you, pray. The bondage is going to be broken. It's not going to be transmitted to the generations after you. And I know so well that with God, all things are possible. Thank you so much for listening. Please do share the videos, likes, and comments are always welcome. God bless you as you do so. Ciao.